Cheers.
Shit. Ooh, that's how far off I am.
You don't have your drink ready.
I do not have my drink ready.
All right, well, fuck it. Go get it while I do this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that technical ring between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Weekend Herb, and I am Mr. Petty.
I'm right here still. And now I'm going to get my drink. Mr. Petty here getting a drink.
Oh, man. Really? God. It's every... okay, thank you guys for joining us here on Blerds and Whiskey Live. Once again, we got a great show lined up for you, Leo. Do not start that. No, don't start that. Yeah, we got a great show for, of course, Weekend Herb is experiencing his weekend fully because he's not here. But we will carry on and keep doing what we're doing. Got a great show lined up for you. First things first. Well, we don't know what Mr. Petty is drinking because he still has to go get his drink. What? And you left me here with Rick Stroh and his concoctions. Okay, what are you drinking, sir?
So, I had a random box of Sour Patch Kids here, right? And when I woke up this morning, I woke up this morning to what looked like a log dropping on my head. And so I'm guessing the Sour Patch Kids dropped a log on my head to wake me up. But then when I got up and I was trying to ice my head, I found that they had made me a drink, and and they sacrificed themselves in the bottom of the drink. I don't know what they mixed in it, but it's pretty good. So whatever the Sour Patch Kids made.
Why don't you write? Like, seriously, dude, works of fiction here, man.
Just somebody animate that. Somebody with some cartoon capabilities. Animate Rick strolling in his bed and the Sour Patch Kids dropping a brick on his head. Please. I need that in my life.
Sometimes they're sweet. Sometimes they're...
Exactly.
Psychopathic.
That was the sour, and their sweet was they made me a drink. Now, I don't know what's in this drink. Shit's probably going to get interesting.
Speaking of interesting, all I did is just grab Jameson and just poured it on some ice because I have no time for anything.
Hey, can't go wrong with a little JMO. So I'm having, of course, my favorite
Stout edition.
I got the IPA edition, Jameson, horsepower 40%, and mixed together with some vanilla Coke, my favorite. So yeah, that's what I'm partaking in today. Okay. Weekend Herb is not here, so I guess the church announcements fall to me. Make sure you go and check out OTTV on Roku TV. He's got some of our episodes up. He's also got some amazing content there. And Herb's Blurbs. He's still doing that? Okay. Also, upcoming next weekend, Baltimore Comic Con is from October 22nd to the 24th. That's taking place. If you want to go get some comics and everything. Oh, Herb is in the comments. He says vodka and cranberry. So you could drink, but you can't get. Anyway, gonna leave it alone. Yeah, looking forward to BlurCon. Are you guys, anybody going?
BlurCon? You mean?
Comic-Con?
Comic-Con. My bad. Baltimore Comic-Con. Sorry.
Yeah, check out the comment section. Who's going? Who's a fan of ours is going? I won't be able to make it this year. Last time I did make it, though, I did meet Stanley. Well, okay, I didn't meet Stanley, but I walked by where Stanley was. Yeah, I was in the vicinity of Stanley, so I think that counts as a brush with greatness. And I think I saw Kevin Smith, but this is when he was in his fat phase, so it's kind of hard because he kind of like every other fan.
So you saw him pre-heart attack?
Yes.
Before the heart condition.
Elizabeth, I'm coming for you, Elizabeth.
Oh my God!
But they all look the same, so I couldn't tell if it was Kevin Hart. I mean Kevin Smith or a regular fan.
For those of you who don't know who Kevin Smith is, he's Silent Bob from the Jay and Silent Bob movies. But he also notably wrote a couple of Daredevil series. He's a notable director as well as a comic book writer. But anyway,
also never forget, he also wrote the Nicolas Cage Superman movie that never was made.
Yeah, try as I might. The glittery suit, it's worse than the suits we have now. Anyway,
why couldn't you just put the kryptonite down? it's like, oh God, no, not the kryptonite. Anything but the kryptonite.
Yo, you saying that has me thinking about the part from Kick-Ass where he gets burned a lot. and he turns it
kryptonite. Okay. I'm gonna hit up Friday. I'm not gonna be making it for the rest of the weekend because I gotta work. But Friday I'm off, so I'm gonna make a stop to pick up some comics. And hopefully I see some of you there. I actually, if you have a group of people that are going, I saw a $15 coupon for the tickets on Groupon. So if you and your friends want to get together, go up there. It's only $15 for the day, and I think $25 for the full weekend if you want to do Groupon. But yeah, also we were welcomed again by DC Comics to their DC fandom event, and it was interesting to say the least. Gentlemen, did you get a chance to take a look at what happened?
I did. I've taken a look at all the trailers, and they released trailers for or teasers. Excuse me, and it's not trailers. They're teasers for the new Shazam movie, for Aquaman, for the Flash, for Batman, and a few of the games and shows. I also realized that no matter what The Rock does, I'm always just going to be pissed about it. I watched the teaser for Black Adam, and they had Aldous Hodge, who's playing Hawkman, talking. They had Pierce Brosnan, who's playing Dr. Fate, talking.
Which I like. I like the casting.
Right, yeah. That's actually kind of a perfect casting. But then they get to old Dwayne, and then of course because he's Dwayne, they got to make it about him, and I'm playing the Man in Black, the most badass anti. Shut up! You still don't know who the character is, Dwayne. And I mean, and they have some pretty good graphics of it. Like I like the concept art for Contact, but then they show the scene where he grabs a guy by the neck and then electrocutes him and he turns into a skeleton. And this is the point where I realize that I'm jaded by anything Dwayne does, because in context it was a pretty cool thing to look at. Like it was a nice scene, but I hate you. I hate you so much.
You know what would have made that trailer even worse though? Is if The Rock was rapping in the background.
Oh,
the
God. Oh, God. Holding a bottle of Terramana.
Yo, you know what part that made me more mad about that song is at the end of it? There's a sound. This is a distinct sound of a like twist top sound. Like as he's supposed to be taking a drink of his tequila, but it's a cork. So where is this twist top seltzery tequila that he's taking a sip of? Like he's opening soda. So
that's the thing. That he's been very distinct about plugging that they made it so that the bottle of Terramana, every time you pull the cork out of it, it makes that popping noise. Mm-hmm. So he's very smart with his placement of shit.
Oh, he's a great marketer.
But that pop is one thing. It literally was a twist top, and then you hear like a tink sound. Like it's not a twist top. I don't know. That's just a minor thing I can pick up on. The fact that it sounds like a bad Christian rap song.
Yeah. Like, go ahead.
And on third day, let me stop.
I don't know. My level of excitement for Black Adam is still pretty much right here. I'll wait for the trailer. Then there was, once again, the weekend was won by Batman and Robert Pattinson. This time with less brutalization of homeless people. So, okay. Yeah, I was very impressed by it, and I'm looking. The biggest part for that movie to me is Paul Dano's portrayal of the Riddler, because every time I see more of the Riddler from this upcoming Batman movie, I get more and more intrigued. Like they're kind of taking the Riddler to that almost sociopathic serial killer level that I'm very, very excited to see by this. So what did you guys think about the Batman trailer?
I thoroughly enjoyed the Batman trailer. I have high expectations. I love the suit. I'm kind of on the fence about the Batmobile because it basically looks like a Charger with wings, which is pretty much what it is. And yeah, I think that we're going to get a good look at it. I love Zoe Kravitz in anything she does. So seeing her in a cat suit with cat ears just speaks to the furry in me. I like the little Easter eggs that they dropped in. Riddler's cup of coffee.
Speaking of Easter eggs. Speaking of Easter eggs, you just go casually just throw that out there.
Just saying. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. I know a lot of people say things like they keep going back to the same characters in movies, and we've seen 5 Spider-Man and we've seen 16 Batman, but look, if you're a comic fan, you're going to enjoy yourself. If you're an action fan, you're going to enjoy yourself. So just give it a shot and just enjoy it. Don't worry about what you've seen in the past. It's not going to be associated. Just for everybody to know, it's not going to be associated with any of the other movies, and it may or may not tie into the greater DC EU. But this remains to be seen because it's a new Batman. And what did you think?
Do we have this recorded? I want to screen capture Trey Proper saying that to suspend your disbelief of what you're seeing as comics. He's basically saying ignore source material, ignore what you know about comics, and just enjoy a movie. I am, I know we got, okay, I can't wait to re-up. No, clip of the week right there. A whole time I was watching, I kept saying, don't do the Batman voice, don't do the Batman voice, don't do the Batman voice. And then Robert Pattinson does, like he's, oh God, man. Like Christian Bale kind of ruined Batman for everyone else because everyone has to do the Christian Bale voice for Batman. What's up?
I'm just looking at the comments. Horace Clark, shut up. But thanks for the plug for the other show. Batman voice. I wanted to ask you, Rick Shore, how did you feel about the voice?
How do I feel about the Batman voice? Honestly, Robert Pattinson is doing the laziest attempt at a Batman voice because honestly, from Bruce to Batman, there's very little change in it. At least with Christian Bale, he had it was a very entitled, privileged voice when he was Bruce Wayne. And then when he would put on the Batman suit, it would become this gruff, I smoke 30 packs of cigarettes a day type of voice. So, I mean, at least there was a try. With Robert Pattinson, there's scenes where he's talking as Bruce and it's just like, I don't care what happens to me. Then when he's talking as Batman, it's like, I don't care. It's like, wait, so it's not really too much of a difference there. So I mean, again, I was impressed by the trailer as a whole, but then again, he also wasn't the most impressive Batman this weekend because in the Flash trailer, I mean, it's not a trailer, it's a teaser. Excuse me. I got to get the verbiage correctly. But There's a teaser for the Flash, which is a spin on the Flashpoint Paradox comic, which if you guys don't know, please go and look it up. It's one of the greatest, it's one of the greatest books. It's one of the greatest animated movies that DC's put out. But there was a certain 1989 Batman doing a voiceover in it. And I felt all the little kid in me come out again. That sounded weird. That sounded really weird. Anyway, but Michael Keaton is pretty much doing the voiceover for it, talking to Ezra Miller's Barry Allen, and it took me right back to where I wanted to be. Seeing the Batcave, seeing the outline of a certain vehicle from
fucking say it is the 1980s Batmobile, and if you can't pick that out, man, they didn't show it. But you can tell he's got the rubber cowl on. They've got the suit. And you hear Michael Keaton's voice in the background narrating this story that we're about to get ready into. So I'm excited. I'm hyped for this. I don't know about Ezra Miller though, but because
I hope he's not still running like this. I hope we don't get more of the swim running because that's really don't like that. I really don't like that. Maybe in the crossover event from the Flash from the CW. Grant Gustafson taught him how to run off camera, possibly.
I need Grant to be our mainstay Flash. I love him as Flash. I don't necessarily love the show anymore, but he's Barry Allen to me. He's Barry Allen.
You don't love We Are the Flash? That's not your thing?
No, not at all. Not even remotely. Fuck out of here. So I got an audible question for you, gentlemen. Out of all the Batman that we've seen in the years, because we talked about the voice, who do you think has the best rendition of the Bat voice from transition from Bruce Wayne over to Batman?
If any answers other than Kevin Conroy, what are you talking about?
I have to ask the question, and we have to generate conversation. So
I get it. It's just my vote is Kevin Conroy. He's the first to actually do a different Bruce Wayne and Batman voice. Like what's his name? The OG Batman.
Adam West.
Hell of a morning. Adam West, he didn't differentiate between two Batman. He's like, he literally was on the phone one episode, the Bat phone, the giant red phone, and a regular phone, a line. Hey, Bruce Wayne. We have Batman on the line. You want to hear him? Sure. Hey, how's it going, Bruce? I was like, wow, he's not even making an effort. Like Commissioner Gordon is like, yo, what is going on here? But nah, Kevin Conroy literally made like a higher timbre voice for his Bruce Wayne than he did for his gruffer, more baritone Batman.
Real quick, even in the comments, Herb is fucking up the spelling and stuff. He's trying to say Ezra Miller. He said Azra. I don't know how you even
Azra
fuck that up.
Menthron Synthos.
Hey, exactly. He's doing Harry Potter spells in the goddamn comments. That's anyway, god damn it. But anyway, I'm gonna have a little bit of a hot take on this, and people are probably gonna come for me, and I don't care. Your booze mean nothing to me. I've seen what makes you share. It's always and forever will be Batfleck. Everything is always Batfleck. Yes, even the synthesized voice from the voice modulator. Yes, always Batfleck. Everything Batfleck. Greatest Batman of all time. If you have a problem with it, fucking fight me. But Batfleck.
Me personally, I think that I really enjoyed what's his name? I was about to say Kevin Costner. Sorry. I really enjoyed the transitions that Val Kilmer made in Batman Forever. He didn't aesthetically look like Batman, but vocally he did play the role. He perked up. He seemed a little bit more regal when he was Bruce Wayne, and when he was in his bat suit, he had the gruffness, but it was definitely a transition. So if you saw them on video at the same time, you couldn't tell. However, as far as the new Twilight Batman, because I can't remember the guy's name, what's his name? Robert
the fuck? Pattinson. Robert
Pattinson. Twinkle Toes. I'm going to call him Twinkle Toes. This is supposed to be set in Batman year one, essentially. So he hasn't had a chance to upgrade all of his accoutrements, whatever, his toys. He doesn't have all that the Batman that we've seen in the past has. So maybe he doesn't have a voice modulator. Maybe he doesn't have the wherewithal to think, oh, I need to change my voice. And we might see a transition as the story goes along, because he's been Batman for maybe 2 years, because they already have the sign up, they already have everything. So that's my vote is still for Val Kilmer, even though Val's not where he needs to be right now. Now, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go.
No, I was going to transition to the next thing.
I was gonna say, man, you gotta stop disrespecting Robert Pattinson, dude. Like I know he's just known for Twilight, but he's done some really, really good stuff outside of Twilight. Like you gotta watch The Lighthouse. It's just him. it's just him and Willem Dafoe being fucking weird for 2 hours, and I swear it was one take. One take. Right, exactly. It's just like they just put the camera on. It's just like, just fucking follow him. Like it's just like when they cast Christian Bale to be Batman. I remember looking at American Psycho and was like, he's perfect. You know what I mean? I watched The Lighthouse, and then Robert Pattinson got picked to be Batman. And I was just like, I know everybody's just thinking Twilight, but this motherfucker is really good at other stuff.
So I thought the same thing when Ben Affleck was casted as Batman. My first thought was,
the town,
reindeer games in the town. And like hell, even look, I still stand by that the Daredevil was not that terrible. It was terrible, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, it was a product of its time, but it was also really good for its time. And I'm like, he did okay as he did okay as Daredevil. So I think he could have played Batman well.
I have to Kevin Conroy in the combo. Anyway, yes. I think that Batfleck did have
my man.
He had great aspects of him as Batman, but ultimately, I didn't see enough of him. So if he was willing to come back and reprise the role, sure. Checking out the comments on. Let's see. Let's go to Facebook first. My bad. I'm scrolling. This is the first time I ever took. Big Herb, this is the first time I think I ever looked at the DC trailer and was like, okay, this should okay. This should be okay. All right. Chuck Clark is taking notes, and let's see. Shout out Joe Byrne. The Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City looks too good too. Yes, it does. It does look good. And let's see. Moving over to YouTube. Jamaica, I smoked 40 packs and gargle with aquarium rocks mixed with Captain Morgan. Michael Keaton as Batman was totally serious, but his Bruce Wayne was like a rich goof. Facts. I do agree. Now, go ahead.
I was going to say one of my favorite parts from the 89 Batman is where Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne is using a pen and he just randomly sticks it in a plant. That's one of those subtle things. It's just like, Bruce Wayne is so awkward and uncomfortable in his skin. But then once he makes the transition to Batman, that's one of the subtle things that's one of those things that people don't appreciate about the subtlety in playing Batman.
So point to another version of that was like one. I think he was either sleeping upside down like a bat, or like he was just doing like the little ab exercise. But he was literally in a scene where he was just hanging and he was just out cold, just chilling, relaxed. And there was also a scene where he was kind of like he almost Batman himself when he was, I guess, when the Joker was in his mansion and he had Vicky Vale and everything, and he decided like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. And he starts smashing stuff against the Joker.
Dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Yeah, and that if Joker didn't say that, he would have been fine. But that threw him off. He's like, wait, my parents' killer said that. And then after that, he was done. And he just like, that's right. I'm not Batman right now.
Yeah, that's so he was. Yep. Jack Napier, one of Joker's aliases.
False. That's not his name. That was never his thing. That was only something that Tim Burton made up. Literally, that was it.
They carried it on in the comics. They listed it as one of his alias: Jack White, Jack Napier, and a couple of other ones. But it was like I can't remember right now. But Google it. His Joker's aliases. But speaking of, we were originally spawning this conversation with DC fandom. Other things we have, of course, notably the Flash trailer. Did you guys take a look at what the hell Ezra Miller had on? He had on a Brad collar.
Yeah. I saw that at the beginning of the trailer, and I was just like, at the beginning of the teaser where he's talking to the audience, and I was just like, oh, all right. Listen, hey, you do your thing. You do what makes you feel comfortable. It's a no for me on that one. I wasn't very impressed by that, but I will kind of transition, unless you want to continue on with this topic. I was impressed by one thing though. Did you see Black Manta's costume? And his new costume for Aquaman 2, Secret of Views.
Yes. Lost Kingdom, Aquaman Lost Kingdom. But yes, I did see it. It is comic accurate for classic Manta. I don't know how Mantas have heat vision, but still, I'll take it. I'm thoroughly looking forward to this. I'm thoroughly looking forward to seeing him get out there and get his mans. Now, we had an off-camera conversation that I want to bring up here, and I had to bring it up to the audience because if you know the history of Black Manta has done things to Aquaman that are just ridiculous. And I kind of want to see him displayed in the movies. I kind of want to see him go that hard. I don't know if Warner Brothers and DC will let this happen, but long story short, Aquaman loses a hand. Black Manta cuts his hand. Originally, canonically, he put his hand in a vat of piranhas because it's the one fish that Aquaman can't communicate with. He loses his hand. He kidnaps his son, ties him to a underwater volcano, and pretty much, yeah. Aquaman doesn't make it in time. So I know it's very dark. It's extremely dark, but it would actually play up the villainy of Black Manta. It will make him a truly hated villain if you were to depict this. I'm not advocating for the end of life of little kids, but DC Comics can get real in the books. So I'm wondering if they'll get this real on the screen.
If they didn't do that with the Joker or any other villain that could have had like that potential.
We ain't seen Batgirl yet. We ain't seen Batgirl because they could definitely do.
No, they're not doing the Killing Joke.
Yeah,
they're not doing the Killing.
Listen. We just saw one of the most brutal, vicious, masochistic villains put to film, and he didn't do anything that he would normally do. And I'm talking about Cletus Cassidy. There is no way if they could turn Cletus Cassidy into a sucker for love. There's no way they're gonna have Black Manta do that. Maybe Arthur loses a hand randomly because they've already teased it in the other movie, but there's no way that they're gonna go that far with it. They won't do that. I know they won't do that.
I don't know. Let's check another comments. Hey, Rita, what's up? Rita says, they not. Chuck Clark, I trade a volcano for a crowbar any day. Yes, well, if you're watching Titans, you definitely got to see they did that in Titans. They showed the beating of Jason Todd in Titans.
They didn't show the beating. They just showed the Joker.
They showed a silhouette of a guy beating a dummy.
Yeah.
No blood. You just heard the thunk.
I'm just saying. And I forgot the exact way that the baby lost his life. It wasn't because of the volcano itself. I think he made it so the baby breathed air, so it suffocated. But besides the point, back to the comments. They are not going to go there, Morita. DC been dropping the ball since Suicide Squad Suicide Squid. Put it on the wall. She made a mistake, but she corrected it. Bro on YouTube, Black Manta is a literal menace. Facts.
Yo, Squid Games, Suicide Squid. Season 2. Put it on the board. Let's do it. He'd already changed his hair red because he's, 2
weeks later, and he's finally caught up. You finally watched the show. Did you watch it? Did you officially watch it?
I did. I finished it.
Okay. All right. So the other thing about, we'll get back to Squid Game in a minute because I do want to talk to you about that. But as far as the wrap of DC fandom, I was a little disappointed. I was happy with the things that we did get, but at the same time, I'm not satisfied because I felt as though they came with their homework half done. Like all the teaser trailers, they had people who were coming up saying, "Well, we don't really have much to show." Even The Rock, he's standing on a giant green screen. You can tell, and they just moved the green screen around this silhouette of Black Adam, and he's like, "We can't show you much, but we're going to give you what we can, and just take out this clip of me being amazing and all this other bullshit." Ezra Miller, we don't have much, but you can come back and see us. Even the Harley Quinn trailer, cartoons. I'm not an animator. I'm not an artist. And I can respect how hard and how much work goes into making these things. But it's been 2 years, hasn't it? Since Harley Quinn season 2. And they showed us storyboards of what, like, you couldn't even color them before you knew fandom was coming up the same time as last year. Like, what the hell?
So that's one of the things that I'm more so annoyed at with fandom as well. The majority of the stuff that they showed us has been in production for over a year. Like the majority of something, like I know Black Adam started shooting at a while ago. The Flash has been overseas shooting for a while. Everything, like, so the thing about the part about that's frustrating about season 3 of Harley Quinn is absolutely, like, I get it. I'm not an animator. I'm not a cartoonist or any of that, but it doesn't take that much to put together a little sizzle reel for an animation. Like, where you're writing out the storyboards and plots of that stuff, you can have somebody who's working on a sizzle reel just for the fandom. Since you decided last year this is going to be your thing going forward, then why aren't you prepared? And that is the perfect analogy, Trey. It's like they had a 10-page report that's been due for 2 months, and then they show up on the day to turn it in with 5 pages. Like, hey, these 5 pages are really good, though. I did some of what you asked me to do, so can I get my A? No, bitch, you don't get an A for doing half of the work. You get half of a grade. So yeah, I absolutely agree with you. It's just Warner Brothers being Warner Brothers at this point, in my opinion. Like, it's just Warner Brothers doing Warner Brothers shit, and they expect us to stand and applaud and cheer. And it's just like, oh, look at what we did for Batman. Well, there are people like me who knew that Batman was supposed to come out a couple months ago, and that the movie's been shooting for almost 2.5 years now. But hey, I guess just piss on my leg and tell me it's raining outside, right?
Facts. So the last thing on DC fandom, as far as the church announcements, I personally think that the standout announcement that we had, we've known about it, of course, if you're in the know, but Peacemaker, John Cena, as much as I hated his wrestling, his acting has been convincing to me. I think this is a great role for him. I think he's been doing a good job being the big hulking comic relief in anything that he's done. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him with this cavalcade cast and just making us laugh while murking people. So what did you think about Peacemaker?
Mr. Petty, you want to go? Oh, no, he's drinking. I got it.
He's drinking.
I really enjoyed the trailer, because this was an actual trailer, because Peacemaker started shooting right after Suicide Squad did. And they're pretty much done the show. They're just in post-production. James Gunn, once again, is Warner Brothers' standout director, and he doesn't even work for them full time. Wow. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed the Peacemaker trailer. It looks hilarious. It looks like it's going to be one of the best DC shows around. The fact that, so they teased us with that little clip a couple weeks ago of Eagly sitting in the back seat of his car, but then Eagly hugging Peacemaker and him just freaking out about it. I laughed. I laughed so much harder than I should have laughed at that. I'm actually still laughing at it. Peacemaker looks like it's going to be one of my favorite shows around. Just off what I saw in the Suicide Squad movie and what I've seen from this trailer, it looks like I'm just going to enjoy every bit.
So wait, Peacemaker's a show, right?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So I feel like it's the same. It's in the same vein as the Not Titans, but the one we Doom Patrol. I feel like they're doing the same thing that they're doing with Doom Patrol, where it's like they're serious but not taking themselves too seriously, but they're just they're riding that line of campy and like gritty, like because like I said, this is Peacemaker. He's essentially a psychopath. Like he's the Punisher if he believed in a thin blue line, like
in white cargo pants,
white cargo pants, and a salad bowl helmet.
and then also, thank you, Rita, for this inspiration in the comments. Also, now we know where Dom's little brother went to after they ran through Europe with all of those magnets. We know what he's doing. We know where. So he got it. It makes sense.
So now we got Fast and the Furious in DC Universe and the Marvel Universe. Fuck all of you. No,
they're that.
Well, we already had the Black Adam.
Shut up.
They're that powerful, Trey. That's how strong they are. They can.
That's how big the family is, man.
Right. The family is so strong. They don't go to one universe. They go to all universes.
DC stands for distant cousins.
It's just.
What the? I really legit can't stand it.
And then listen, like this, and I'm gonna explain to you how they get through different universes, right? So what you don't know is America Chavez is about to show up in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, right? She's one of the Torettos. That's how they're getting through these different universes. If she's punching star portals through different universes, and the Fast family is getting all the training that they need to be the strongest family ever.
All I know is that a Charger can definitely go through a couple of multiverses. It can pass a couple of red lights. So I think it'll work. I think this could work.
Oh yeah, the Charger, the super soldier suit, blood sports nanites turns him into a fucking tree. No, it's not happening. It's not freaking really. Crowbar church announcements. Caleb Williams is starter for Oklahoma University. Shout out to Caleb. Silence Trey. Let risk. But no, Herb, you shut up. You supposed to be off. Get out of the comments. Go on about your business. Don't encourage them in the comments. Do not encourage this Fast and Furious crossover bullshit.
Oh, they don't need us to encourage. We got this on our own, man.
About to say we do this regularly.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Like I will make some Fast and Furious fan fiction with everything in it.
I'm just trying to
wait till I start doing the Power Rangers.
No, you know what, Cam? When we start doing the Thirsty Thursdays episodes, there will be all the Fast and Furious lore that everybody wants. Because you know why? Because it'll just be me and Mr. Petty making drinks and talking about how the Fast family is the greatest.
We love to hear it, Trey. So do you know I don't? I legit hate it. I legit hate you trying to cross the fandoms. I don't like. I just know. Leave them alone.
He's like Ghostbusters. You don't cross streams.
You don't. You don't.
Do you hate it, or do you hate the fact that we can actually make it make sense?
I really feel like you guys been doing Thirsty Thursdays already, and y'all just playing this shit out before we have our meeting on Thursday. Like, how are we gonna fuck with Trey this week? I think that's what you do. I think that's exactly what the fuck you do every week.
No. That's just because we just have such a strong belief in the power of family. Our rapport is so good is that we can do this through Zoom without even trying. You got to believe in the power of family.
You almost
the power of family.
He's literally part of my family, and I don't care. So just so I think the DC ultimately, with everything that we've seen, they are trying to catch up with Marvel, of course, and they're trying to build their multiverse. They've already toyed with it with their television shows, and they're going to continue doing so, I believe. They did so with the Titans and Doom Patrol because they had a crossover episode with them, right?
I mean, they didn't cross over, I don't think, but they did have a crossover in a CW.
Essentially, the Titans kidnapped Beast Boy from the Doom Patrol because he was in love with Raven.
I mean, that's accurate. So, sorry. But so we, of course, and they have to play catch up now because we know the big thing in Marvel is going to be the Multiverse of Madness. We've got Doctor Strange's new movie coming up. Before that, we got some Marvel content coming this year that's going to be pretty big. We got Hawkeye, we've got Eternals, and it was that November, and then we've got Spider-Man in December, correct?
Yep. Yes.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm still not looking forward to Eternals, man. Like, I saw the newest trailer, and I'm still like,
"What? Are you serious? Nigga, yeah. Camille Nanjiani with energy guns on his fingers, nigga. Just take that.
Yeah.
You're not excited for Angelina Jolie with an energy sword and spear, looking like the skinniest Spartan ever?
She was Laura Croft.
I mean, listen, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see another Superman stolen in the form of Icarus because, whatever the fuck. But listen.
And who's the black comedian that's in that?
The guy from Atlanta.
That's not Lil Rel. That's not Lil Rel. That's
I was going to say that, but no, he's the dude from Atlanta.
He's not a comedian. Yeah, it's Brian Tyree Henry. He's not a comedian. He's just a really good actor.
He's really funny.
It's timing. Sometimes your timing just has to be on point. I am looking forward to Eternals because I'm really hoping that we get the resurrection of Thanos, so he can play another role in the background.
So actually,
no,
you're going to get young Thanos in Eternals, and you're also going to get young Namor in Eternals. So just be prepared for that. So that's
and then we got the fight in Wakanda. That's what's going to happen with young Namor. But yeah, and of course Spider-Man. We're looking forward to that. But outside of that DC fandom, we also had some major controversy that happened this week, in the past week before that, actually, where there was an announcement made. And I think that, Mr. Petty, you want to lead it into us?
No.
Okay, well, I'll do it. We've got a character of the week that we want you guys to take a look at, and please pay attention because it's very important to our next topic. Okay. Off camera guy, if you will, run that beautiful bean footage.
Character of the week. In a short span of less than a decade, this character of the week has been retconned already twice. This character of the week is the last son of Krypton, Jordan Kent, or Jor-El, better known as Superboy, the son of Superman and Lois. So basically, how can I explain this? Because not yet. Flashpoint Paradox reset the timeline. The New 52 is the result of the new timeline. Convergence was the result of Brainiac trying to consolidate this timeline or multiple timelines into one timeline, like an omniverse or something like that. And ended up, during that time, Superman was depowered. He ended up getting Lois pregnant. So then when the worlds were convergence were aligned, the Superman from Flashpoint somehow survived and saw Lois for the first time, but saw her pregnant, but knew that it was from this version of Superman, who saw the younger version of Superman and decided to not Superman as much because, well, there's already a Superman. Because no, too soon. Multiverses end up colliding, and basically the Superman from 52 ended up dying, and the new 52, because not yet. So after convergence and everything had calmed down and the timeline was reset back to normal, per se, the Superman from the Earth Prime stayed in the New 52 continuity because the New 52 Superman had died. Now, to say all that, to say that during this time, he's raising his son as a normal kid and a normal life on the farm under the guise of White instead of Kent, because there's already a Kent, so he's Clark White with a beard. Anyway, one thing led to another. Powers manifest. Can't hide the powers any longer. Of all people, had Batman do a diagnostic, see what's going on with his kid's DNA. The hell with Star Labs. Batman deduced that Jordan was going to be, due to his human DNA, he could be limited, but he also has the potential to actually surpass Superman and Clark. So he's named Jordan Kent after Superman's dad, Jor-El. So hence Jor-El. I mean, there's really not much to explain more about Superboy. He's a boy who's super. During the time period, he did actually befriend Damian Wayne, and they kind of formed their own little mini duo, Super Sons or whatever you want to call it. I feel like they both balanced each other out. They loved as a love-hate relationship because Damian's a whole, and Jordan is very kid-like, innocent, pure of heart. So they kind of balanced each other out. So that was pretty cool for a bit. Then somehow Jordan was in space and aged progressively faster. And came back down as a teenager. Yeah, you can go ahead and say it. Because comics. He's less than 10 years old, and he's got 2 Retcons. Same powers as Superman: flight, speed, vulnerability, powered by solar rays, kryptonite weakness. Like I said, because of his unknown DNA, he does have more potential to surpass Superman. Gee, kind of like Gohan. Hope Lois doesn't make him go to school. He's literally the best of both worlds as far as his parents are. He's got the idealisticness of Superman and the powers of Superman, but he also has the fierce determination and the human qualities of Lois. Now, this is different than the previous Superboy because there's already been a Superboy, because that was Connor Kent, who was a clone of Superman. So he's part human, part Kryptonian, but the human side was Lex Luthor, and obviously Kryptonian was Superman. So that makes for an awkward family Thanksgiving dynamic. Same dad, different dads. So I wonder if Connor talks to like Tim Drake and Nightwing and be like, so what's it like when your dad just gives your whole identity to someone else? Anyway, back to you guys. Like, share, subscribe.
Titans is Connor Kent falling into Blackfire, and now he's stuck in. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
He fell into what? What?
Yeah. Him and Blackfire going at it on the Titans show.
He been hitting that thing.
So essentially he was a virgin. Like, he was only born like a year ago.
Yeah. Yo, and then they had the most. So I started watching again. They had that awkward ass conversation in the car where he was just like, she was like, yeah, we should just forget this. He was like, yeah, we should, but I can't. And he was like, what? She was like, yeah, you're my first. And she was just like, what the? I don't.
He's like, well, I was born a year ago.
Look, she had this look on her face like, so I took Kryptonian V card. Shit.
But I guess we're back.
Half Kryptonian. All right, so
okay, that's so Aryan of you.
So our character of the week, of course, was Jonathan Kent. Jonathan Kent. In case somebody didn't realize they were saying something else.
I fooled you. It was a joke. I had you. I want to test your knowledge. See who picked up on that. Did I mix the Lois and Clark show with the real comic book? Who knows?
Just gonna strangle the fuck out of him.
Trey knows.
Chuck Clark. Should Blackfire be arrested? Technically, he's a year old, and she gave him Blackfire.
She is a predator. She is a predator at this point. So,
oh man,
just saying.
That is a conversation that can never happen because that's never going to happen.
Lock her up.
Equality. Okay. So the big how to do this week, the last couple of days has been Jonathan Kent's sexuality. Firstly, there was a mix-up and misconception that people were saying that the comic book writers were making Clark Kent, Superman, Kal-El, bisexual. He's notably been married to Lois Lane for at least 20 years. I'm not saying that would mean anything, but that's how comics work. They keep the characters usually in their same lane unless something drastic happens. The only drastic thing that did happen was that Jonathan Kent got aged up after his inception, and now he came
because
out.
Comics.
There you go. So it's not that big of a fucking deal. Like, okay, he's bisexual. He can be gay, he can be straight, whatever. You can be gay, you can be straight. I don't care. It's a comic book. It's a fictional character. Why? I don't understand why people focus so much on sexual orientation now. Like, if they're not feeding you, fucking you, or financing you, it's none of your fucking business. Mind your business. How do you guys feel about it?
Like you said, I don't understand why people get so up in arms about this. Listen, are you going to jump in front of that big ass meteorite that's coming to take the Earth out? No. Then guess what? I don't give a shit if the dude is bisexual, if he's gay, I don't care. Just fucking get that thing away from the Earth so that we all don't die. Like,
Facts.
And then also, y'all got some really, really, really good fucking lives, man. If your biggest problem is them turning a fictional character into being gay or bisexual, who the fuck cares? It doesn't matter. It is a part of our reality. You know gay people, you work with gay people, you work with bisexual people, you work with transgender people. It does not fucking matter. It does not fucking matter. Who cares? If you're talking about it imprinting on your children, that's because you're not coming to the facts that you're just a bad parent who doesn't know how to talk to your child. That's all that is. That's what you're worried about. This shit doesn't matter. I don't care. Let people love who they want to love. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you. Live your fucking life. Worry about your family. Worry about your household. Stop worrying about what the fuck they're doing with a fictional character who flies around wearing a cape and skin tight fucking I don't know. It's not leather. It's not spandex.
It's Kryptonian battle armor.
Kryptonian Under Armour. I don't care. Like,
we must protect Jor-El. That must protect the House of L. No, one of the biggest issues that people always complain about when a character is what they call forced diversity. Is a quote unquote money grab, especially in today's climate where everyone's asking for more diverse characters and more diversity. Everyone's claiming, oh, here comes this forced diversity where they just make any character. Like we kind of used to have the same issue when it comes to what we call palette swapping, when they would make a character who's notably white into a black character, or any other character like that, stuff like that. So we'd be like, all right, it's just a money grab, whatever. We don't really people like us don't really like, oh my God, we're going to harp on this and we're going to be so mad and so angry. We've always said, they've always complained, like, if they're going to do this, at least make a new character. Well, now you got the son of Superman. He's literally not Superman. He's the son of Superman. He's Superboy. He's Superboy born of Superman, not a clone of Superman. He's Superman. He's a Superboy clone, and he's a totally brand new character. And now he's bisexual, and now people are still complaining. So y'all keep moving the goalposts. Y'all keep saying it's about money. Everything's about money. It's a business. Everything is a business. Like, so everything's about money. So that's neither here nor there. Now, yes, I do agree that sometimes they do make bad plot points where they make the whole character's personality them being gay, but that's a bad writing. It has nothing to do with forced diversity. That's just bad writing. I mean, I say the same thing about CW shows, like all this bullshit soap opera, will they, won't they stuff that CW is notorious for. Like, I can't count how many times Flash is broken up with Iris on the show before they even gotten married. If they really are married, I don't even remember anymore if they're really married or not.
Watching,
yeah, but like, the will they, won't they, struck another dimension, married her clone, shit like that. Like, that's just bad writing. It has nothing to do with like gay or straight. It's just bad writing. So maybe the issue you have is the writing and not the actual orientation. You just use that as a crutch.
I mean, I'm sorry, you about to say something?
No.
Okay. I think there is some validity to the fact that they are pandering in some cases, because it's like you want to get that demographic to come in and, buy your wares. So sometimes some companies are purposely pandering. We need to get a gay character. We need to get an alternative character. We need to do that so we can get that portion of money into us. But realistically speaking, and it's not an offensive thing when I say this, but the alternative lifestyle people aren't a majority. So pandering really doesn't really affect things. You get a couple more dollars a couple more pennies on the dollar. Like, you're just being greedy at that point. So just leave shit alone. But if you do have the character, don't make it so blatant. I'm not blatantly obvious, but don't make it such a big thing. Just do it and keep them moving. Like, we've had notable alternative life characters in comics for years. North Star from Alpha Flight came out, and in an alternate universe, he marries Colossus. They made Colossus gay, and they made them get married in the comics. Batwoman, what's her name? I don't know her real name. I forgot her name.
Not Cassandra Cain, but the other one with the red hair.
Yes, with the red hair. She's a lesbian.
Kate.
Like
Kate, huh?
Yes.
Kate
Kane.
Yeah.
So it's like we have they're already here. So this is as close to the big three in DC as you're going to get.
Yeah, I think
lesbian undertones.
Because I mean, they also had a big deal when they made Tim Drake bisexual for some reason.
Okay, he's the third Robin.
Like, yeah.
So what?
Yeah,
he's
like,
not even the best Robin.
Okay, now you want to? Okay, now this is the debate we're going to have now, because
you want to have the Robin debate with me?
I'd be damned if you want to sit here and besmirch the name of Timothy Drake, the one who is known to be the Batman of future state, the one who Batman himself says is a way better detective and scientist than all of us combined.
Okay,
that's why Nightwing could only be Nightwing. Jason Hood can only be Jason Hood. I mean, Robin Hood.
I'm not going to sit here and let you besmirch the name of Drake. How dare you, sir? And you besmirch. No one ever comes for the six. Wait a minute, that's wrong.
Wrong fucking Drake.
Wrong Drake.
I mean, like, he's not the best combatant. Like detective work, yes, he has them beat.
Detective work, science work. He's the only one that tried to reclone Superman.
And it damn near failed miserably, and he had to use the body of Connor Kent to resurrect his best friend.
But he did it.
He did it. I mean, he did it. So what?
Hey, Batman could have resurrected. Have enough science to know how to resurrect his parents, but he didn't do that.
Yeah, but then he'd have no reasons. All I'm
saying is he did what he did. He did the one thing. Yeah. He did the one thing that Batman could not do is bring back somebody that was traumatically dead to him to erase that trauma.
Okay.
Batman, yeah, exactly. Like what?
Batman's he resurrected Damian Wayne. He resurrected him. He put on the Hellbat suit and beat it. Nope. He went to Apocalypse and fucked shit up to resurrect his son. That's what he did. That's continuity.
So clearly he's moved on from Thomas and Martha then.
I mean, he has a whole family, and he lost them before he became Batman. It's not like he's going to try to resurrect them now. He kind of.
All I'm saying is that.
Fuck you guys. You were several traumatic experiences ago.
Also, Tim Drake was the only one who didn't give up on Batman when everybody thought that Batman was dead. He's the one who figured out that Batman went back was that dark side, sent him back in the past.
I mean, everybody was fighting for the cow. Like, come on, everybody wanted to be
everybody was
Batman.
fighting. Everybody, so the moment Batman
and he did put on a Batman suit and tried to be him, and when he got his ass beat by Damian Wayne, by Dick Grayson, and by Jason Todd, they all beat his ass. He was like, all right, I'm gonna go find out where Batman is. It was after the fact.
His head wasn't in the game because he's the one that kept saying that Batman is alive.
So can we talk about how Chuck Clark is in the comments on Facebook listing every LGBTQ plus character ever written? Like,
that's because he's not driving a truck right now. Let him do that.
He's just going down the line. It's just like, all right, man, calm down, Chuck. We get it. We know that you're initiated. God damn.
Beast thought he was gay for like 10 seconds.
Well, that's back when they brought fucking young Jean Grey back from the past, and she was just using her powers all recklessly.
Oh, she was outing people. She outed Iceman. Iceman, one of my favorite characters, came out as gay. It is what it is.
Yeah, well, I just character of the week, and he was the last one I did on Pride Month. Yep.
And then she outed the fact that Beast had a crush on her. She was just like, Cyclops is all jaded now. So now I want you, Hank. Wait, what? The fuck is what is happening?
Jean is a problem.
Listen, Xavier.
I honestly think that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You wrote something.
Yeah, go Trey. Trey, that's you.
I was going to say, honestly, I think that Jean is manipulating Scott and Wolverine right now because they're set up on Krakoa is a triangle room. So I think she's making Cyclops and Wolverine get it on in the background.
So it's not just Xavier's school for exceptional young people. It's Xavier's school for freak ass kids.
I mean, so basically public school.
I mean,
basically,
as somebody that works in a public school, yes.
Checking the comments out on Facebook, Brittany Payne, the Alphabet Mafia has some great people within their community. Sexual preference shouldn't matter with fictional characters or real people, period. But the world is stupid and care about the wrong shit. Morita, they made Thor fat in the movies, and no one got mad. He's still in whooping ass. Let these fictional people live. So Jean wrote the Trapped in the Closet Chronicles before R. Kelly did that. Wow.
So
yes,
read that last Facebook comment. I mean, your last YouTube comment real quick. But I do want to talk about the fat Thor thing,
though. The correct term is thruple. Yes. Shatterstar and Richter. Yes. I mean,
that's canon. That's canon. Shatterstar and Richter.
Yeah. I mean, Shatterstar is not even human. He's an alien.
He's a douchebag.
He's like a humanoid. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Kind of like I don't even know if that's even gay or not because he's an alien. But he's an alien male, so I guess it counts.
So,
facts, Chuck Long. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So, actually, a lot of people were pissed off about the fat Thor thing, and actually, just continuing on with that, a lot of people got actually pissed off about the depiction of Thor in the upcoming God of War game. When in actuality, that's closer to what it is as opposed to the Marvel character. The Marvel character is actually a good person. That's a left-facing depiction of Thor. when Thor was actually a drunken fat ass who did terrible things to people, but he was revered because he was the god of thunder. But again, hey, sorry if this reaches out to you. White people get mad when you give them the actual history and not their cookie cutter version of it. So,
real quick, Zen Edwards, Damian technically would be the best, or Terry is supposed to be the best Batman.
Terry is not the best Batman because he had a suit and he had nothing else, but he had no fighting prowess. He had no training. He literally just put on a suit and had Batman in his ear.
Listen,
coaching him.
Y'all about to start some shit.
Let's start some shit then.
However,
because Damian is a whiny little bitch.
However, based off canon, Terry McGinnis is a clone byproduct of Bruce Wayne.
Is that so? I never read up. Is that canonical, or is that just the DC animated series?
Well, it was started off a DC animated series, so the DC animated series is more canon than the comic.
They definitely made it canon, though. They did him like they did that like they did Harley Quinn. They made it canon.
Okay.
So
again, like between who is apparently the heir apparent to Bruce Wayne? Is Terry McGinnis heir apparent, or is Damian Wayne the one? Because same thing with Jonathan Kent and Connor Kent. Like who's the heir apparent of the Superman mantle? The clone who's half Kryptonian, half Superman, half Luthor, or half Superman, half Lois.
So my personal opinion, to be Jonathan Kent as the heir apparent, and it would be Damian Wayne. Second, it would be Tim Drake. But I don't think Tim would take on the mantle. I think he would just be a Red Robin grown up, like he did when he went up against the Teen Titans, came back in time. So I don't think he's going to be wearing the bat mantle. And Damon, he puts on a trench coat he has on the Batman suit and he's shooting people. So yeah, he takes it over, but I don't think he's gonna be good at it. And Dick Grayson is just like, no, fuck yeah, I'm being Nightwing to the end of my days.
Yeah, he went to a whole new town and everything. I went to Bloodhaven. This is just as bad as Gotham.
And he's too busy crushing everything that he gets his hands on,
right?
Including Harley Quinn.
Yo, man, we're not even going to discuss Nightwing's body count.
No, Nightwing's body count it's crazy. All right, last things.
Waffles beats everything else in breakfast.
What?
I just want to throw it out there.
Here we go with this dumb shit.
I'm just putting it out there.
Are you that fucking hungry? First off,
yes, I am.
Waffles beats everything.
Yeah, pancakes. Waffles has its own little flavor pockets and stuff for it now, man. It's definitely hella better than French toast. Soggy bread.
Who the fuck is making your French toast? Why the fuck is your French toast soggy? It's supposed to be toasted. What the fuck?
So
you don't saturate your bread in the mix.
Waffles has those little squares with flavor pockets. Pancakes just a like flat absorbent disc. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on pancakes.
Waffles are air pockets, yes, but they cool off faster. So you end up eating crunchy, cold bread that's saturated in syrup. That's not good.
Oh, so you rather eat like warm loaf bread, which is saturated in syrup, and
it depends,
like,
nigga. You need to have somebody make you some real French toast. I don't know. You've been eating that fucking IHOP bullshit all your life.
So clearly, you niggas have never had a biscuit before. Clearly, you've never had.
Talked about biscuits last week. Bowberry biscuits.
No. That was a chicken debate. They just happened to come in there. Now we're talking about breakfast bread out this motherfucker, and you're not gonna sit here and tell me that your fucking waffle, fuck all them waffles, your pancakes, them overdrenched shits, them disc of cake. No. We take all of our breakfast meat and accoutrement and we put it in between a biscuit. Because biscuits are superior to everything, especially if they made right and not like fucking Popeyes where you need a gallon of water to eat one biscuit.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Chuck Clark. If you want to eat waffles and look incredible doing it, get your FNX Fit.
No.
Roll it. Fucking roll it.
Go to the other one. Not that one. Go to the other one.
Big struggle so you don't lose a drop. God damn. I just, Rick out here by the butter rolls and R. Kelly for, oh no.
Nope. No. We're not going there.
Nope. Can't do
Up
that.
to it.
Can't do
Down
that.
to it.
Oh man.
So hold on, real quick. I didn't start.
You didn't. But thank you all for joining us here at Blerds and Whiskey Live. We had a great show. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe as always. Help us grow so we can do more. Check out all of our TikToks. Yes, Rick Stroh's fine. Oh, wait, he's above me. He's finally on fucking TikTok. Mine, of course, Stroh's proper.
He's just watching videos. He's not really doing anything.
He is, but still, show some love. Throw some follows. And French toast is not good. Pancake waffles are my own brother, really.
Yeah. So can I go ahead and close this out then?
Biscuits are edible meat. You see what you start with this breakfast bullshit? You see what start?
Hey man.
Close
it. Cam.
Okay, cool. Up to it, down to it. Fuck French toast.
Oh,
we do it because we used to it. Bring motherfuckers.
I hate you. Bastard. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blerds and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.